Hi out there, everybody. This is Marvelous Mark, and this is a video I was hoping I wouldn't have to make for a very long time, but I'm gonna have to do it, I guess, because I'm sure, as you all know by now, the Ultimate Warrior has passed away. He was age 54. I still do plan on doing a Raw review later on today or tonight sometime, but I may talk about more about that in my review, but I thought I don't think 2 minutes could do it justice. I think it's probably better off if I do just a separate video about him. I'm old enough to remember him starting out as one of the Blade Runners in the old UWF when Sting was his tag team partner. Then him going on to World Class Wrestling as the Dingle Warrior. I remember back to those days when they used to have World Class on ESPN back in in the mid '80s, and him debuting in the WWF in 1987, taking on the immortal Terry Gibbs. But I can remember back that far because when he debuted in the WWF, I was in my freshman year of college, and to seeing him going on to SummerSlam 1988 when they were starting to build him up, and he was the guy that broke the Honky Tonk Man's longest reign as Intercontinental Champion, beating him in about 35 seconds, something like that. I don't know the exact time, but I remember being pretty excited about that because they were starting the slow build up for him and putting the IC title on him. That of course back in the day was the stepping stone to the WWF title. But even before that, he had a really good match at WrestleMania 5 against Ravishing Rick Rude where he dropped the title to him, and then him having matches with Andre the Giant, and then later on in the year, and then he had the Ultimate Challenge at WrestleMania 6 at Sky Dome in Toronto, Canada, where he is like one of the only people to pin clean 100% Hulk Hogan in the main event of WrestleMania 6. That to me was phenomenal. Technically, of course, it probably wasn't the greatest match in the world, but back then, back in 1990, you just didn't see many matches where you had probably the two biggest fan favorites and the two biggest baby faces in the company scoring off against each other. And then what was probably the greatest match of his career at WrestleMania 7 against the then Macho King Randy Savage, who in that retirement match. Macho Man Randy Savage, he got the best out of Ultimate Warrior in that match. I mean, without a doubt. I mean, the feud, which started at the Royal Rumble that year when he lost the WWF title to Sergeant Slaughter, and then going on to WrestleMania and him defeating Macho Man in that retirement match. That probably the best match he had ever had. And then he was around till like SummerSlam that year when it was him and Hulk Hogan against Sergeant Slaughter and General Adnan and Colonel Mustafa, the Iron Sheik. I mean, then after that he was gone for a few months, and then making his triumphant return at WrestleMania 8 to help out Hulk Hogan when he was taking on Sid Justice. And then he was around until like the fall of 1992, and then you didn't really see him again until 1996 when he at WrestleMania. Gosh, what was this? Oh, WrestleMania 11, or was it WrestleMania 12? No, WrestleMania 12 again when he took on a young Hunter Hearst Helmsley. But then you hadn't really heard that much out of him from 1996 up until now, and then seeing him getting his rightful place in the WWE Hall of Fame. At the Hall of, I still have not watched the Hall of Fame ceremony. I'm gonna have to watch it now, for sure. Then seeing him on Sunday night at WrestleMania 30 and Monday night on Monday Night Raw. It's like just like I woke up this morning and I got a text from my brother, and I was looking at it. It's like Ultimate Warrior's passed away, and it's like I'm just like, what? It's like, you gotta be kidding me here. And then sure enough, he's gone at the age of 54. Really too young. It's just a real kick to the gut, you know. It's just like it's kind of like that Don Henley song called New York Minute. It's like I don't remember the whole lyric of it, but it's just like one day they're here, next day they're gone, and truer words were never spoken. It's just like I'm just in much shock as most other wrestling fans that are my age and perhaps a little bit younger than myself. But yeah, I just don't know what to say otherwise. But all I can say is that it just Ultimate Warrior was one of my all-time favorites, and it really sucks that he's gone. It's just like Macho Man 3 years ago passing away. It's just like that was a real kick to the gut too. But all I can say is, rest in peace, Warrior. You will be missed, my man.